Hey guys, welcome to the daily market outlook for today. It's Friday, the 1st of August. I hope everyone who's tuning in is doing well. I have literally just finished the gym, so I'm a bit sweaty. I need to get in the shower, but obviously I thought I'd just jump on here and do this before I waste obviously any more time throughout the day. But I hope that you guys are all doing well. Before we do get into the charts, as always, I just want to quickly remind you that the content on this channel is for educational and informational purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor and nothing shared in my video should be considered financial investment or trading advice. Trading and investing always involves risk and you should always conduct your own research before making any financial decisions. And as always, any past performance discussed does not guarantee future results. You are always responsible for your own financial decisions. So with that being said, let's get straight into the charts. If I can find, if I can bloody find anything, let me just try and find my screen. But yeah, we have had such a successful week on the charts. Um, I know I say this, I don't say this probably often enough, but maybe I should. But the free value that you guys get on here is an absolute joke, and I'm just happy to bring it to you guys. Some people would pay a lot of money just to jump onto these sessions. I'll be completely honest with you, and I'm not afraid to say that, because I would have paid a lot of money back, back when I first started to have these sessions and the way that I teach, if I am being honest, not to blow my own horn. But yeah, hopefully you guys, let me just double check that you can see my screen. Yep, you can. Okay, amazing. So going into today, we have US dollar news at 2:30 and then US dollar news at 4 p.m. That's red folder. Other than that, we've got US dollar, red folder, orange folder. So I think 2:30 is obviously the one that we've got to keep an eye on. Unemployment rate, average hourly earnings, non-farm employment change. So we have to keep an eye out on 2:30. And then obviously ISM manufacturing PMI at 4 p.m. my time. So with that being said, now we know that's what's going on, we can obviously jump on to the charts and see what's what. So going into today, as always, we're going to start off on the dollar, and the dollar has just been extremely bearish, this week. So if I just quickly get rid of the noise, we can see that the dollar is literally non-stop, 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 non-stop. Now, if you remember what I was saying to you guys, pretty much since last week, I was talking about the fact that we was obviously in this range from here to here. Then we obviously had this reaction from a deeper retracement. We then obviously had a movement away, but then when we had these three candles, it was a little bit. And when we got back up into this area, I was saying the fact that I'm not too sure about this retracement, and I was thinking more so that it was just going to carry on bullish. So that's what we've had. And obviously, as you guys can now see, we have got that new range, which will be from here to obviously where we're currently at this moment. So that is our daily range. We can mark out this daily change of trend from here. 1 second, which is that. So again, we have our daily demand, but as of right now, we're nowhere near that. So we do not have to worry in the slightest about this area. And as you guys will be able to know, when we drop down to the time frames, we'll have plenty of 4 hour demands, even unmitigated 4 hour demands. We talked, as you guys will know if you plugged in, we talked about the trend that we're in currently. You can see little mini pullbacks, creating that 4 hour trend, so on and so on and so on. So let's not go into too much, because if you guys want to understand that, you can go and watch all the sessions back. But let's just go and see what is happening as of right now, because you'll be able to notice that we had this range here, create a higher low, higher high, had a pullback yesterday. Again, perfect call out for myself. We were talking about this forward demand being our next target if we obviously come lower than this 1 hour demand. And as you guys can see, straight away we mitigated that 1 hour demand, and then we went on and created higher highs. So, not to blow my own horn again, but absolutely spot on analysis. If we cut to the one, you'll be able to see that is exactly what happened. You can see that we tapped into this demand. We got this engulfing candle, give us the confirmation that this is going to be carrying on upwards. And if you drop to the 30 or 15, there we go. You can see that's these two candles here, the engulfing candle, which give us the confidence that this was moving up. So looking at where we're currently at, we had this as our 1 hour range from here to here. I've come back, the market's come back down, tapped into this, fresh 1 hour demand area again, and we obviously have now skyrocketed up. So, we don't have the cleanest looking range, but again, spot on analysis from the 1 hour demand. If I cut down to the 15, I'll just quickly talk about the same scenario. Look, bullish engulfing candle. We had a bullish engulfing candle here, give us a confidence. And then as you guys can see, we are now moving away currently. So as of right now, I'm in USD CAD on a trade already. So I'm not really interested in anything. So, if you look at it from a 4, if it was to get a deeper retracement, we've got imbalance in this demand area here. Nothing really as clear as on the 1. Obviously, we've got 2 minutes left. So with this being 2 minutes left, if this candle finishes above this, then of course that'll be perfect. And what we could potentially see is, a little retracement and then carry on upwards, because this will be our new 1 hour range, which looks most likely. So let's just mark that out quickly. So it'll be from here. One second. Hopefully it finishes above. That'll be good. That'll be the 1 hour. Okay, and then the high is just here. So if we do get that pullback, it could be into this area here where the imbalance was. Should be a 1 hour demand. Let me just check the 13 to 15. Yeah, there's nothing really that I'd really like apart from just a dip into this, and then obviously the market to carry on upwards from here. So yeah, easy to understand. That's my next scenario for the dollar. Pretty simple. Bounce, filling it in balance, carry on upwards. Let's see what we can get going into the rest of today. I'm going to quickly, in fact, we'll just talk about it when we get there. But yeah, GU has been absolutely beautiful. I'm not going to go into the higher time frames because I've done it all week. I did get hit out at break even on this, which is what it is. I don't mind. It is what it is. But we caught a 1 to 3 on this trade, and the reason we caught a 1 to 3 on this trade is because if you guys remember, it's Thursday yesterday, we had this 4 hour supply as well as this one. We tapped into this 1 hour, 4 hour supply. I dropped down to the time frames, and straight away I noticed that we had an engulfing candle here from this 4 hour supply, and that allowed me to then get in on this retracement to fill in the rest of this imbalance. It might even look a bit cleaner on the 15. Nah, 30 minutes nicer. And as you guys can see, mitigated this, and then we just, melted away from that. Then obviously what I noticed is pretty much the same scenario. We come in up again, we then broke the structure here. So the next entry was this demand area because of this engulfing candle here. 30-minute engulfing, if I go to the 15-minute, it might be a bit clearer. It's more the 30-minute engulfing, or 45, I think. Yeah, 30-minute engulfing candle, you can see was this green, this one here, this engulfed this previous one, and then that allowed me to come up, enter this trade away from here. So then obviously I set another entry as well, was, from this engulfing candle here, we obviously moved away. I set my break even, like I said, even though I knew that this was an engulfing candle here, more of a 10-minute one, you can see. We come back up, tapped into my break even, and obviously now it's moving away. But again, beauty of a trade. Still proud of it, as you always should be, even if you do not get the full benefits of taking profits. But yeah, what am I expecting? Well, same scenario. What we can see at the moment is, we took out all these highs above here, which would pretty much be, Asian session. So, if he was to retrace on a 1 hour, we could see the retracement up into this demand area here. Sorry, supply area here. Why have I got demand here? My apologies. Into this 1 hour supply area. That's what I would have for the 1 hour. Of course, if we were just to carry on from the 15, then the 15-minute supply area would be this next supply area here. So if we carry on with just the 15-minute trend, then, pull up and then carry on down. That's what I'd expect. If we break above this, I think we'll come up into this as our 1 hour supply area here, filling this imbalance that we have. So either one of them two zones is where the market should react out of next. Let me just mark that imbalance out here. Bosh. Okay, perfect. Simple. GU. I get GU's been ridiculous again, in a good way. Let's look at the trend that's happening on here. You can see that we had lower low, lower high into this 1 hour supply yesterday. Called this out. Absolute beauty of a trade. I'll explain why I got in. And it's the same scenario. It was pretty much more 30, I think it was. Yeah, you can see the 30-minute. We had this engulfing candle away from this 1 hour supply. And then that allowed me to have a little mini pullback, and then I entered from this area here. And then obviously, well, I entered a bit early, but I went to enter from this area here, and market executed, sorry, into this, and then we had this beauty away. And it's just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. You can see that if I go to the higher time frame, you can see an engulfing candle on this 1 hour. Here, you can see that we come back up, filling this imbalance. Bullish engulfing with this, come back in and moved away. And as you guys can see, that was a 1 to 3, currently done a 1 to nearly 1 to 4, which is again insane. So looking at the where we're currently at as we speak, I am pretty gutted because this morning I was looking at either entering from this. Let me just move this. I was looking at either entering from this area here, this 15-minute supply, and I'll show you why. Let me just show you. Because we have these equal highs here and we have this imbalance. Let me just move this. We have these equal highs here. We have this imbalance. So I was being a little bit, I don't know, a little bit just cautious of waiting for this area. But as you guys can see, we had, I did mark out this 15-minute supply, and obviously you can see we come up and tapped in to that straight away. We had, again, the reason I should have entered this, but the reason I was hesitant at the same time was because we had a bullish engulfing candle here. So I thought equal highs, imbalance, okay, Asian highs, will come in and get that. But again, same scenario. If you look at this 30-minute, again, bullish engulfing candle here, you can see that this smaller candle tapped in, and then we had this bullish engulfing candle, and then that's where we come back into. So yeah, I'm not annoyed because I've rinsed the markets this week. So I'm still happy, of course, and you always should be, but that would have been an absolute beauty. I probably did about 8 to 10 pip stop loss. Give myself some wiggle room. And yeah, look at that. Ridiculous. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. But you guys, look, you guys plug into this. I can't hide, my results or what I call out or my predictions or whatever you want to call it. And this is why I always say to you guys, I just not to like, I just appreciate, you guys who are just showing love on this channel, because it does go a long way. It does keep me motivated, because this is free value, which is fucking worth a lot of money. And I'm not afraid to say it, as I said before. So new range on this 1 hour. I should be in pretty good profit now if it loads. Into this USD CAD can suck one. Yeah, so as you guys can see, we're in this new range. If you even look from a 4, you'll be able to see it's pretty clear. So for now, what I'm expecting is, can we see a pullback into around this area here, this 1 hour supply area, and then just to carry on this trend. So, can we see this reaction, and then obviously melt away from this area. So keep an eye on that 1 hour supply. That's what I'm keeping an eye on for today, even though it's Friday. And let me just mark this 1 hour break of structure. Okay, perfect. AUD and NZ, you guys should already know. I talked about this week. It was doing the opposite to what I wanted in regards to the dollar. So I'm not interested still. Again, these are my two of my least favorite major pairs. I did mark up this before and I didn't take it just because I don't know, man. I just don't like the way it moves. If I'm being completely honest, I'm not going to come in here and say I took this trade and no, like I didn't take the trade and it's just out of choice really because I don't know, man. It's just NZ, NU, and AU are just fannies. They are a bit funnies. You know what I mean? Like some of them like to liquidate more than the other. EU, GU is a lot more cleaner. EU is the cleanest for me. But yeah, as you guys can see, let's get rid of this trend. We have a new 4 hour range, which will be from this high to this low here. And obviously, deeper retracement supply area would be up here, but let's not focus on that right now. What can we see from a 1 hour perspective? Well, 1 hour perspective, we can see that obviously we was heavily trending down. We had this engulfing candle here. Where did we come back into? This 1 hour supply candle, and then we just melted away. Currently, if would have took that, let's say you would have took from this area, probably would have been a cleaner area from the 15 or 30 maybe. Probably would have took it from the beginning of that candle there. It would have done, well, you won't be in mad profit, but let's see what would have been 11 pip, let's see. Yeah, so you probably would have just been around a 1 to 2 almost, which is not bad, obviously. I mean, it's Friday, so yeah. But as of right now, what am I expecting for NU? Again, I think the NU's shite, so what I would expect to see is potentially just this new 1 hour supply maybe met here. This 1 hour supply met, but probably if we go down to the 15, there will be a 15-minute trend happening. So it might just continue to drop on 15 potentially. But yeah, man, let's make this red. That's the 1 hour range. If we look at the 15, yeah, I'm not. This is not the cleanest. I think we've got better subs, but yeah, probably more sway towards the 1 hour supply area if we was to, because we all obviously still have like these imbalances on the one. Let me just smart this out. See that we have these imbalances on the 1 hour as well. So yeah, I would sway more towards the 1 hour supply imbalance. Okay, perfect. I'm currently in this at the moment, which is USD CAD. We've been rinsing this, man. Absolutely rinsing this from this area here to this area here, 15-minute demand area here, 15-minute demand like, I don't know, man. It is just been absolutely bent over by the big chumbers. So my 1 hour area currently is this. We have broken above this. Let me just mark this out. So 1 hour supply, sorry, 1 hour break. We've then done the exact same here. I'll explain my entry on USD CAD for you guys. Pretty simple to be fair. Again, I don't usually give my entry tricks away, but it is what it is, man. Look at this for beauty of an entry. So we had obviously this 15-minute demand area met, which was here, then moved away. We had these Asian lows created, and then we got this engulfing candle here. When I seen this engulfing candle, pretty much all I was waiting for is this imbalance fill and tap into this 15-30-minute demand area, which as you guys can see, it was 30. It was this 30-minute demand area here. and Bob is your uncle, Fanny is your auntie. We eat again. I'll just put it as 15 minute. But yeah, currently as we speak, I want to obviously around a 1 to 3 is around here. So as of right now, I'm hoping for a 1 to 3. We are currently at a 1 to 6, done a 1 to 2. So I'm at break even, which is obviously a good thing. I'm out at break even. So let's just see what happens in regards to this. If he was to come back, which I hope we don't, for again selfish reasons, you know, I may have to monitor it because my obviously my stop loss break even is at entry. So if he was to come back, we have obviously this imbalance here that we could be filling in. And then obviously if he was probably going to be around this area here. If I just scroll to the 30-minute, yeah, this 30-minute demand area, I'm just going to put it as 15-minute. But if you look, if we do come back, we have obviously imbalance on a 1 hour and this 30-minute candle. But hopefully we don't come back. That looks better. The 15-minute candle looks a lot better here. So that's a 30-minute or this 15-minute here. But I'm just going to keep it as that 30. So yeah, that's what I'll be keeping an eye on for USD CAD. But I am open, and you guys, you know, pray for me in the comments and just say USD CAD go up. We want to get Liam paid. I'm open. If we do dip, we just dip in and go. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. USD Swiss franc. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. We call this shit out for fucking it. Look at this. We call this stuff out over and over and over and over and over again. Over and over and over and over again. From here, this week, look at this week we've done, cut it out from here. If we would have obviously held this week, my God, would have held, obviously, let's just say it would have been from here, it would have been a 1 to just a 1 to 7, 1 to 8, just on USD CAD alone. Probably would have found a lower time frame entry as well. Same again here. But yeah, let me explain why I took this trade. But so you guys can see, we obviously had this 1 hour range from this low to this high. Simple 1 hour break there. So what we looked for was obviously the market to retrace into this 1 hour demand area. We got that, and then same thing, rinse and repeat. Can I see an engulfing candle that is going to give me the indication that we are obviously moving away? And this was my 30-minute engulfing candle here. Once I seen this, I waited for this retracement, and as you guys can see, it was actually a 1 to 3.5, so just under 1 to 3.5 to take these highs. And currently at this moment, it's done around a 1 to 6 almost. So yeah, absolutely incredible. Look, this is what pissing me off about today. I need like USD CAD, just move, just go, just shoot, man, because USD CHF is gone today. Like I wanted to see this move on USD CAD for me. But it's been an absolute sausage. Um, absolute sausage. So what can I expect now? Well, we've broken obviously a new high. So what I'd be waiting for, let me just mark this out and keep with the structure. Keep with the structure. Let's get rid of this now. We have this 1 hour low. There's the red, and obviously we've got this high at this moment. Let me just move this out of the way. So what am I waiting for? Well, what I'm waiting for is if we go to the full, just quickly, yeah, let's cut to the 2. This 2 hour candle looks fucking nice. So what I'd be waiting for personally is, let me just mark this out, would be, could we see a potential retracement? This candle is annoying me. Like USD CAD, man, come on, go. But yeah, what I'll be waiting for is probably this 2 hour candle to be mitigated here. 2 hour candle to be mitigated. I'll just put it as a 1 hour demand for now. Yeah, that'll be nice for me. And then yeah, man, just carry on. Like that's what I've been, hoping to see for USD CHF. Retrace, reaction, go. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. So this one is going to surprise you guys. You knew that was in USD Japanese yen yesterday. I mean, I did a 1 to 7. It was not 1 to 8, 1 to 7 on it. Around, it was on just under 1 to 7. If I would have held, if I would have held, yeah, do you know what? I'm not gonna lie, like the way that Japanese yen pairs move, when they move, they move. Like you guys know they move. So you can catch some absolute beauties, amazing risk to rewards, but obviously then it's not my favorite, should I say. It's really not my favorite because when they go, I don't know, it's just sometimes it's not. But as you guys can currently see, the new range is from this low to this high currently. So could we potentially see a bigger retracement? Yes, maybe. We probably could. I looked on the 1 hour before, and there's nothing really as clean as I would like on the one to look for buys. So for me personally, if I was going to look for buys, I'd probably just look for this deeper retracement again, which would be 1 hour, 4 hour demand. Yeah, I'm just going to be patient. I'm going to be patient with USD Japanese yen. But yeah, man, that is pretty much it for today. Dollar's still going up. These are still melting, but USD CAD is still chilling at the moment, which is always the case, in it. Always the case. The one that you're in is always the one that just chills out. Not always. But yeah, other than that, guys, as always, I appreciate every single one of you. All I ask from you guys, as always, very simple. Look, the guys that are plugging in, the ones that are on here consistently, I know a lot of you guys are obviously subscribed and stuff and, obviously connected on socials, but that's all I ask from you guys. If you're not, then obviously you're just choosing not to be, which it is what it is. But if you enjoy this and you get value from this, I'm helping you out in any way, then just make sure that you are staying connected. Subscribe on YouTube. Join the Telegram group that's in my bio, and obviously drop us a follow on Instagram. If you've got any friends that need this mentorship, feel free as well just to share this with them. The more we share this, the more it helps me. So I do appreciate it, and I appreciate every single one of you. Have an amazing rest of your week, amazing weekend as well. Take care. God bless.